Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather to explore a concept as timeless as humanity itself, the role of love in personal growth. But this journey is more than an abstract idea. It is the story of each of us, especially of women who, through love, discover and cultivate the richness of their inner worlds. Love begins as a reflection, a mirror to the self. It reveals our hidden depths and shows us both our light and shadow. It is this mirror that begins the journey of self-discovery, where a woman meets not only her potential but also her vulnerabilities. It is through this encounter with the self, reflected back to us in the eyes of those we love, that the seeds of growth take root. Love, in its purest form, serves as a profound mirror to self-discovery. When we love and are loved in return, something remarkable happens. We begin to see ourselves with a depth that may have otherwise remained hidden. This mirror-like quality of love is not only one of its most beautiful aspects, but also one of its most transformative. In loving relationships, a person reveals parts of herself that might not surface in isolation or in simpler transactional exchanges. Through her interactions, conflicts, shared joys, and mutual understanding with another, she is confronted with a reflection of her true self, a reflection that is honest, raw, and sometimes surprising. When a woman enters into a loving relationship, she often feels an urge to present the best version of herself. This may begin with a gentle refinement of her behavior, an aspiration to embody qualities that she admires or wishes to see in the world. But as love deepens, the effort to maintain a perfected self inevitably gives way to authenticity. She finds herself exposing her flaws, vulnerabilities, and past wounds. These facets, when reflected back to her through the eyes of a loving partner, are not just reminders of imperfection, they are windows into her humanity, growth areas, and sources of strength. Love does not judge, yet it reveals. It has a way of making both the bright and the shadowy aspects of a person undeniable. This process can be challenging and uncomfortable. We are often our own harshest critics, and through the eyes of someone who loves us unconditionally, we are asked to look again, to see ourselves with the tenderness and understanding that we may not readily afford ourselves. The mirror of love, then, is not merely a reflection of how we are perceived by another, but a deeper examination of how we perceive ourselves. It asks us to confront parts of our character, our fears, and our insecurities that we may prefer to keep hidden. When someone truly sees us in our entirety, flaws and all, they invite us to do the same, to acknowledge, accept, and even embrace these facets of who we are. In this way, love acts as a catalyst for growth. By holding up a mirror that reveals our truest self, it challenges us to step into our full potential. Rather than diminishing our self-worth by exposing our insecurities, love expands it by helping us see that we are lovable despite them. A woman in love may come to realize that her worth does not hinge on perfection. It is inherent, woven into the very fabric of who she is. This realization can be profoundly liberating, enabling her to break free from self-imposed limitations and societal expectations that previously held her back. Furthermore, as love mirrors her best qualities, her kindness, her patience, her resilience, it reinforces her strengths. It helps her recognize and develop aspects of herself that may have gone unnoticed. In being loved, she learns to love herself, a process that is essential for personal growth. She begins to understand that the courage, compassion, and vulnerability she brings to her relationship are not only valuable in love, but also qualities that enrich her life as a whole. Through love, a woman sees herself more clearly. It reveals her potential and nudges her toward her highest self, encouraging her to grow in ways she may have never anticipated. This mirror of love, although sometimes difficult to face, ultimately becomes a guide toward a deeper understanding and acceptance of who she truly is. In embracing this reflection, she embarks on a journey of self-discovery that enriches her life and shapes her sense of self in profound and lasting ways. Embracing vulnerability requires immense courage. It means shedding the protective masks we often wear to shield ourselves from potential hurt or rejection. In doing so, we give up the illusion of control, choosing instead to live openly and honestly. This openness creates a sense of freedom, for when we stop hiding our true selves, we find the space to express who we really are without fear of judgment. In relationships, this honesty becomes the foundation for true intimacy. By showing up as her genuine self, a woman invites her partner to do the same, fostering a level of trust and mutual respect that cannot be achieved through pretense or perfection. The power of vulnerability lies in its ability to foster growth, both individually and within relationships. When a woman allows herself to be vulnerable, she confronts her own fears and insecurities, gaining insight into her strengths and weaknesses. She learns to let go of the need for approval and embraces herself fully, flaws and all. This self-acceptance is a key component of personal growth, as it allows her to move through life with greater resilience and inner peace. She no longer seeks external validation, relying instead on her inner sense of worth. Vulnerability becomes a source of empowerment, allowing her to approach life with an open heart and mind, ready to grow and evolve. In love, vulnerability serves as an invitation for deeper connection. By allowing herself to be seen and known, a woman creates space for her partner to do the same. This shared openness deepens the bond between them, as they both become more aware of each other's fears, dreams, and inner landscapes. In this space of mutual vulnerability, love can flourish in its most authentic form. Rather than fearing judgment or rejection, each partner is accepted wholly, creating a profound sense of security and belonging. This acceptance not only strengthens the relationship, but also encourages each individual to continue their personal growth journey within the safety of love. Yet vulnerability also brings with it the risk of being hurt. This risk, however, is what gives vulnerability its power. By choosing to be open, despite the possibility of pain, a woman demonstrates immense strength and resilience. She shows that she values love and connection more than she fears potential hurt. This willingness to risk heartbreak for the sake of genuine connection reveals her courage and her capacity for love. Ultimately, vulnerability is not a weakness, but a path to deeper self-awareness and meaningful relationships. It is the power to be real, to embrace one's true self, and to connect with others in a way that fosters growth and love. When a woman embraces vulnerability, she transcends fear and moves toward a life of authenticity and fulfillment. In this space, she grows not despite her vulnerability, but because of it, finding strength, connection, and a deeper understanding of herself and those she loves. Love has an extraordinary capacity to extend us beyond the boundaries of our individual selves. When we truly love, we shift from focusing solely on our personal needs, fears, and ambitions to embracing a broader perspective that includes the well-being of others. This expansion is a powerful force that pushes us to grow in ways we might not have imagined possible, enriching our lives with a sense of purpose and interconnectedness. For a woman, love can be a journey that broadens her understanding of herself and the world, revealing layers of empathy, compassion, and resilience that deepen her experience of life. In the beginning stages of love, a woman may feel a profound sense of connection and unity, as if she has become part of something larger than herself. This feeling can bring about an awakening, prompting her to look beyond her immediate desires and concerns. Love encourages her to consider how her actions, thoughts, and emotions affect not only herself, but also her partner and the people around her. This shift in perspective fosters a sense of responsibility and care, qualities that gradually become woven into her identity, shaping her growth in profound ways. This expansion beyond the self is often a process of learning to balance self-care with caring for others. In loving another person, a woman learns the art of compromise, empathy, and patience. She realizes that love is not about losing herself, but about expanding herself to include another within her heart and mind. This balance teaches her resilience, adaptability, and a deep respect for others' individuality. It becomes clear that to love well, she must honor both her own needs and the needs of those she loves, blending independence with interdependence. Through this expanded viewpoint, a woman may find herself becoming more understanding and compassionate, not only with her partner, but with people in general. Love has the power to soften the edges of judgment and replace it with empathy. When she sees herself in the context of a relationship, she gains insight into the universal human experience, recognizing that everyone faces their own struggles, dreams, and insecurities. This broader perspective fosters a sense of unity and kinship, helping her develop relationships with others that are more meaningful and supportive. Moreover, this expansion beyond self often inspires a desire to contribute positively to the world. Love awakens a sense of purpose that goes beyond personal gain or fulfillment. It might lead her to become more involved in her community, to volunteer, or to support causes that resonate with her values. This desire to give back is not born from obligation, but from a genuine wish to share the joy, compassion, and wisdom she has gained from love. In this way, love becomes a ripple effect that spreads outwards, touching others and enriching her sense of belonging. The expansion that love brings also enables a woman to confront her fears with newfound courage. Knowing that her actions can affect those she loves gives her a reason to face challenges and overcome obstacles. Her love becomes a source of strength, grounding her and reminding her of what matters most. This courage allows her to push past self-imposed limitations, reaching higher and discovering strengths she never knew she had. The act of loving deeply encourages her to step outside her comfort zone, whether it's by becoming more emotionally open, taking on new responsibilities, or simply standing by her values. Ultimately, love as an expansion beyond the self is a journey that transforms a woman's understanding of her place in the world. It broadens her mind, deepens her heart, and enriches her spirit, allowing her to grow in profound and lasting ways. She becomes a person who, while still true to herself, carries within her the experiences, wisdom, and warmth gained from embracing others. This journey brings her closer to the essence of who she is, not as an isolated individual, but as a vital, loving part of a much larger whole. Through love, she becomes more connected, more fulfilled, and more fully alive, discovering that life's deepest meaning lies in this very expansion beyond the self. Love has an innate capacity to heal, reaching parts of us that we may have thought broken or irreparable. At its core, love is a gentle force that softens wounds and encourages growth in places once left tender and closed off. For a woman, healing through love means more than just mending emotional scars. It involves a journey of acceptance, forgiveness, and self-compassion that helps her rediscover her strength and wholeness. Love, whether romantic, familial, or self-directed, becomes a transformative energy that illuminates paths to healing previously hidden. When someone loves us, especially during times when we feel vulnerable or flawed, it invites us to see ourselves through a kinder lens. Often we are harsher on ourselves than anyone else, carrying guilt, regret, or insecurities from past experiences. Love, however, teaches us to forgive. It shows us that even our most guarded and wounded parts are worthy of care and understanding. Through the acceptance of someone else, we gradually find it easier to accept ourselves, letting go of the burdens we've carried alone. This process is one of deep healing, as love reassures us that we are enough, even with our imperfections. Healing through love also involves building trust, a challenging task for anyone who has experienced hurt or betrayal. Trust is often fragile, and when it's been broken, it can seem almost impossible to rebuild. Yet, through patient, compassionate love, trust can be gradually restored. When a woman finds herself in a safe, nurturing relationship, she begins to let go of the fears that once kept her guarded. With time, she starts to trust in others again, recognizing that vulnerability can coexist with safety. This restoration of trust is a powerful aspect of healing, as it allows her to embrace intimacy without the weight of past pain clouding her judgment. Self-love plays a crucial role in this journey as well. Through love, a woman learns that true healing starts within, with a commitment to nurturing herself and setting boundaries that protect her well-being. She realizes that she deserves a life filled with respect and kindness, starting from within. Self-love empowers her to leave behind relationships or situations that no longer serve her growth, reinforcing her self-worth. This self-directed love forms a foundation that supports all other relationships, making it possible to give and receive love in a way that enhances her healing journey. Healing through love is also about rediscovering joy. Pain has a way of overshadowing the joyful aspects of life, leaving us wary and cautious. Love reignites the spark of joy, reminding her of the beauty in small moments, laughter, and shared experiences. This renewal of joy helps her to see life through a hopeful lens again, believing in possibilities rather than fearing disappointments. Ultimately, love's healing power reconnects a woman with her inherent strength. She recognizes that she is resilient, not despite her past hurts, but because of the courage it took to face them. In accepting love, she transforms from someone who endures pain into someone who uses it as a stepping stone toward wholeness. Love becomes her guide, illuminating her path forward and restoring her spirit with each step. Through this journey of healing, love teaches her that she is both whole and continually evolving, empowering her to live openly and freely. By embracing love, she heals in ways that go beyond simply moving on, and into the realm of true transformation, where her heart and spirit are both renewed and expanded. Empathy is often seen as a soft skill, a gentle way of connecting with others through understanding and compassion. Yet empathy is far more than simply feeling for others. It is a profound source of strength, enabling personal growth, resilience, and deeper relationships. For a woman, strength through empathy means harnessing her ability to connect with others, to look beyond herself, and to learn from the diverse experiences around her. This strength isn't defined by physical power or rigid endurance. Instead, it emerges from her capacity to relate to the struggles, joys, and complexities of others, building her emotional fortitude and widening her perspective. Through empathy, a woman sees the world not just from her own viewpoint, but from multiple angles, creating a sense of shared humanity. This insight allows her to navigate life's challenges with a greater sense of understanding and patience. When she faces adversity, empathy helps her recognize that struggle is a universal experience, reducing feelings of isolation and self-doubt. By connecting with others who have endured similar trials, she finds solidarity and encouragement, which strengthens her resilience. Empathy becomes a mirror, reminding her that she is part of a collective human experience and not alone in her journey. Empathy also enables her to approach conflicts with a sense of compassion rather than judgment. When disagreements arise, she can step back and try to understand the other person's perspective, which fosters open communication and prevents escalation. This approach requires emotional strength, as it means choosing to listen and connect rather than defend or react impulsively. This strength through empathy allows her to address conflicts with a focus on resolution and mutual respect, helping to build healthier relationships. She becomes a source of calm and understanding for others, creating an atmosphere where people feel safe to be themselves. Additionally, empathy deepens her self-awareness by helping her identify with other people's feelings, challenges, and reactions. When she observes others navigating life's ups and downs, she gains insights that enrich her own emotional intelligence, teaching her about her own responses and reactions. By understanding others, she gains a clearer understanding of herself. This self-awareness empowers her to grow, as she recognizes patterns in her own life and gains the wisdom to make more thoughtful choices. Empathy's strength is also seen in its power to inspire action. Feeling the struggles of others can awaken a sense of purpose, prompting her to contribute to positive change. Whether it's advocating for causes, supporting friends through hardships, or simply lending a listening ear, empathy drives her to act with kindness and support. This active compassion is a remarkable strength, as it requires courage and a willingness to step beyond her comfort zone to uplift others. She becomes not only a source of encouragement, but also a force for good in her community, finding purpose in helping others and feeling fulfilled in her contributions. Empathy can, at times, be demanding, requiring her to manage her own emotions while absorbing the feelings of others. However, this balance is where true strength lies. She learns to set boundaries, to support without absorbing negativity, and to remain compassionate without depleting herself. This self-regulation is a skill that nurtures both her emotional health and her relationships, reinforcing her inner strength and enabling her to connect with others sustainably. Ultimately, strength through empathy is about embracing both compassion and resilience. A woman who embodies this strength does not shy away from vulnerability. Instead, she uses it as a bridge to understanding, connection, and personal growth. Through empathy, she cultivates a deep well of emotional strength that guides her through life, allowing her to uplift others while remaining grounded in her own identity. This strength not only enriches her own life, but radiates outward, fostering a sense of unity, healing, and connection in the lives she touches. Love is often imagined as a goal, something to be achieved or acquired, but its true essence is not in the attainment. Rather, love is a journey in evolving, ongoing experience that deepens over time and moves through various stages, shapes, and intensities. Viewing love as a journey shifts our perspective from fixating on the end result to appreciating the continuous process of growth, discovery, and transformation. For a woman, embracing love as a journey means learning to cherish the moments along the way, finding value in the experiences that shape her and her relationship, and understanding that love, like life, is ever changing. When we approach love as a journey, we let go of the idea that there is a perfect destination to reach. Love becomes less about meeting specific expectations and more about the shared experiences and evolving bond between two people. A woman who sees love as an unfolding path learns to find beauty in both the highs and the lows, understanding that each moment has something to teach her. She realizes that love is not a static feeling but a dynamic force that requires presence, patience, and adaptability. By focusing on the journey, she learns to accept that love may take unexpected turns, and with each twist she gains new insights and a deeper understanding of herself and her partner. The journey of love also involves personal growth. In loving someone deeply, a woman discovers parts of herself that may have remained hidden. She learns about her capacity for compassion, resilience, and vulnerability. Each challenge she encounters with her partner becomes an opportunity to grow, to communicate more openly, to compromise, and to strengthen her sense of self. Love teaches her patience, acceptance, and forgiveness, not only toward her partner but also toward herself. She realizes that growth is continuous and that both she and her partner are constantly changing, making the journey of love a space for individual and shared evolution. Embracing love as a journey also fosters resilience. When difficulties arise, viewing love as an ongoing process helps her see that challenges are not failures but part of the experience. Disagreements, disappointments, and even times of distance do not signify the end of love. Instead, they are moments for reflection, understanding, and renewal. This perspective enables her to approach difficulties with openness rather than fear, knowing that each obstacle has the potential to bring them closer together if faced with empathy and commitment. She learns that love is not about perfection, but about weathering storms together, finding strength in unity. Love as a journey also celebrates the small moments. In seeing love as a series of ongoing experiences, she finds joy in shared laughter, simple conversations, and quiet companionship. These moments, often overlooked when focusing solely on forever, become precious in their own right. By cherishing the present, she realizes that love is less about a grand destination and more about the little steps taken together. This mindfulness deepens her connection with her partner, creating memories and experiences that form a strong foundation. Ultimately, understanding love as a journey teaches her to live with an open heart. She learns to let go of rigid expectations and to embrace the beauty of each phase of love, whether it's the excitement of new beginnings, the deepening comfort of familiarity, or the resilience forged through challenges. She discovers that love in all its forms is constantly teaching her, guiding her, and inviting her to become the best version of herself. In this way, love becomes a lifelong journey of discovery, growth, and connection, an endless path where each step is as meaningful as the next.